In Maseches Megillah Daf Zayin Amud Beis, we know the famous statement, one has to drink on Purim, so much so, that he doesn't know the difference between cursed is Haman and blessed is Mordechai. And this, of course, raises the famous question. Chazal don't want us to be aware of the major difference between a cursed Haman, the Rasha, and a tzaddik like Mordechai who is blessed. We've spoken about this extensively in the past, but today with two new interpretations. Who comes first in the Megillah? Who appears first? Do we meet Mordechai first or Haman? Do you know? Think about it. It'll take you a few seconds. You'll realize Mordechai comes first. He's in the second chapter. Haman only comes in the third chapter. But what about if we ask the same question after you drink one glass of wine, or maybe two? So it'll take you a few more seconds. That is what Rava says. You know how much you have to drink? Until you don't know who comes first, ben Aru Haman, or is it blessed Mordechai? I'm not so sure. Let me think about it for a second. I'll always be aware. This is a Rasha. He is wicked. And this is a tzaddik. Mordechai is a blessed tzaddik. You're just not sure who comes first, who appears first in the Megillah, but perhaps in a different way. In Koheles Perek Tes Pasuk Beis, Shlomo HaMelech says, Hakol ka'asher lakol mikre echad latzadik ve'larasha. Everything comes to them all. There's one thing that happens to the righteous individuals, to the wicked ones. Interesting Pasuk. Shlomo HaMelech says, ultimately, everything happens to both. To the Rasha, to the tzaddik, the same. Everything will happen to both of them. Medrash Rabbah and Vayikra brings examples. Who is the tzaddik referring in this pasuk to? It's Noach. Noach worked for a year in the ark, didn't sleep, served all the animals, but once he was late, a few seconds to serve the lion his dinner. He bit him. And as a result of that, he was limping. He is the tzaddik mentioned in the pasuk. Who is the Rasha mentioned in the pasuk? It's Paroi. Paro Necho, who sat on Shlomo HaMelech's throne. He wasn't very careful. A lion came and bit him. And as a result, he was limping as well. Says the pasuk, you see, a tzaddik, a Rasha, Noach, and Paroi, they're both limping. One may think, wait a second, Aru Haman, blessed as Mordechai. Ultimately, they're both 6 feet under. So what's the difference between them? Hakol kasher lakol mikre echad latzadik ve'larasha. Same thing happens ultimately to both, to the tzaddik and to the Rasha. And the Torah Tmima explains on that Medrash Rabbah, why is it so that one thing happens, the same thing happens to the tzaddik and to the Rasha? The Torah Tmima explains, if only good things would come to the tzaddikim, and only terrible things, accidents, and all kinds of tsaros will befall the Rashaim, who would want to be a Rasha? It would take away the element of Bchira Choifshis. So therefore, in the surface, sometimes it seems that same thing happens both to the tzaddik and to the Rasha, but that's only to allow us to have a bechira choifshis. One has to drink on Purim so much so. Until he doesn't know how it works in Shamayim. It doesn't make sense to us on the surface. You see the tzaddik, you see the Rasha. Ultimately, they're both gone. They both die at the end. However, you have to drink to the point that you understand that you don't understand. And that is secretly hidden in the words of Rava. You have to drink ad, which is the same letters as da, daled ayin. Know, de lo yada. Know that you don't know. Know that you don't understand, and you can never understand how the world works. Danke ha'ashgacha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs his world. That is the essence of the day. Megillas Esther is Gilui HaHester, revealing that which is concealed. And after all that, we still have no clue. How HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world. That is what we are supposed to do on this day. During the rest of the year, we perhaps don't think about it too much, but on Purim, this is what you have to do. Drink. Enjoy yourself. To the point where you understand that you don't understand how HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world. And that is true. As the pasuk in Ishaya says, "Ki gavu shamayim ba'aretz, ken gavu dachai midarkeichem u'machshavosei machshavosechem." Just like the earth is so far away from the heavens, so too are my thoughts and my ways, said Hashem. We have no clue on how HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world. And that is what we have to be thinking today on Purim. One has to drink on Purim, so much so that he realizes that he doesn't know, has no clue how the world runs, how HaKadosh Baruch Hu conducts his world. We know that there is good reward coming for the tzaddikim. There is heavy punishments for the Rishayim, but how it really works upstairs, we don't know. And that is the essence of the day.